What is going on? Welcome to SoFi Financial, where I deal with absolutely everything you need to know when it comes to SoFi, including catalyst data points, technical analysis. This is going to be my very first video. I am moving from my other channel, which has 15,000 subscribers, Financial Journey. So in case you have not seen that, definitely subscribe to that channel as well. In addition to, don't forget to smash the thumbs up and subscribe to this channel. Again, I am primarily focusing on SoFi. But with all that, let's get right to it. So looking at the intraday chart, there is a lot of good things. There was a lot of fear because technically Russia did invade the Ukraine, so that is news as of right now. But looking on the intraday chart, we did bounce back pretty hard, largely because of the technicals. In addition to looking more on a broad concept, Russia and the US don't really interchange too much. Russia does dominate a lot of the commodities, but even in that regard, the US interaction with that is very minimal. So this is why, in my opinion, it is a great time to buy into SoFi, especially with their upcoming earnings, which is going to be on March 1st, 2022 after market close. This is a big deal, especially considering there's a lot more articles coming out saying that hypothetically their earnings per share and revenue are going to be a lot lower than expectation. So even still with that, my main focus when it comes down to the upcoming earnings is going to be their guidance, especially with them being now a chartered bank, what they're actually going to be doing. So I'm very excited about that. And you can even tell based on the traffic going actually to SoFi, it does look like it's up 20% from quarter by quarter. So that is as well very optimistic. And looking at this, you can see as of right now, the new 13Fs coming down the pipeline. There was none as of today, but looking as of yesterday, there was a lot of institutions on ETFs still getting into SoFi, so that's very optimistic. And looking at the live ticker to my left, currently up 3.3%. So I know that might not necessarily seem like much, but wow, it was a crazy day. And I just want to show you this more so at the very bottom. So after hours, or pre-market, I should say, we hit a low of $8.46. So look at exactly where we are. That is crazy. And just giving you a quick update on short activity. So as of right now, 1972 is a short interest, up roughly about 3% from 1 week prior. Utilization is 100%. So this is something that could have a very big squeeze, especially if they have home run earnings. And looking at this day by day change, it actually has gone up 1.75%, which works out to be 3.34 million shares being additionally shorted. And looking at options activity, as of today was a very big day. So $4.08 million worth of options being done on SoFi, with only 41% of them being positive. So people are a little bit more mixed on SoFi's potential future. But looking at yesterday, there was 88% of the options being positive, with $4.21 million worth of options being done. So definitely there is a lot of optimism, and you can even tell that based on a lot of the 13Fs. A lot of these institutions and hedge funds have an average of around the high teens. So they did find value at those levels. And keep in mind, all these 13Fs were done in Q4 2021. So they did find value at those levels, despite that at that stage, it wasn't a chartered bank. So that's as well something to keep in mind. And one big reason that we did bounce is because of the technicals. So I'm going to do a little bit more technical analysis, but looking more so on the Fibonacci, you can see we did actually break the S2, which was $9.47. So that is a very big deal. And when normally we do break past that, it is a very big catalyst. But especially, like I said, when it comes down to the Russia tensions, it does look like for the most part the US is overreacting to all of this. So this is why I do feel right now is a great time to buy in. And more so on the technicals, I have the 50, 100, 200-day moving averages, Bollinger Bands, RSI, stochastic, and momentum. Number of buyers is definitely picking up. You can tell that based on the momentum indicator. Stochastic, it does look like having a little bit more of a merge, so hopefully a deviation. The red line was over the black, showing technically a little bit more of a bearish sentiment. So since that is starting to reverse, hopefully does show that hopefully the bottom is in. And looking on the actual chart, we did actually break outside the Bollinger Band, insinuating that hypothetically we are at the bottom. And normally when we do break outside the Bollinger Band without an actual catalyst to keep us there, then we do bounce back in, which is exactly what's happening and why there's so much momentum to cause it to go up today. So right now as well, we are well below all the moving averages. So in reality, we can easily get up, especially with their upcoming earnings. And I do anticipate that to be a very big deal. And as you can tell, there is a lot of big resistance points coming up here, but I do strongly feel we are at a significant discount. But with all that, don't forget to smash the thumbs up, subscribe. This is, like I said, my very first video for SoFi Financial, where I deal with absolutely everything you need to know when it comes down to SoFi. With all that, appreciate you guys watching, and let's all make a lot of money on SoFi.